Live and on demand from the WNY News Now studios in downtown Jamestown. This is WNY News Now.
And thanks for joining us for WNY News Now on this Friday. I'm Justin Gould. Happening now, a city of Jamestown man is locked up after allegedly leaving the scene of a hit-and-run crash yesterday. Plus, what the candidates for City of Jamestown Council had to say during a forum last night. But first, Chief Forecaster Dakota Hunter, he's standing by with a live look at our weather. Hey, Dakota.
Hey, Justin, and happy Friday, everybody. We made it to the end of another work week. Here's a live look coming from the Mill Creek Mall. Sky vision camera, clouds around, and this is going to be the story throughout the day today. Socked in cloud cover, but at least the majority of the day will be dry. We've had a few little spotty showers that basically moved through this morning. Those are all out of here, and the majority of the afternoon should be dry, but again, there could be a spot shower basically through the afternoon. We're continuing to lose more daylight once again. We're losing about 1 to 2 minutes of daylight every single day. The sunset time just yesterday was 6:22, and we all know this is going to fall through the 6 o'clock hour and 5 o'clock hour, and pretty soon sunset will be around 4:30 before you know it. So through the afternoon today, basically clouds around. Because of those clouds, I think the high temperatures for most areas today will be held down into the 40s, but we'll see what happens if we can get a few peaks of sun to come our way maybe late in the afternoon that may boost our temperatures into the lower 50s. But big, complicated forecast for Halloween. We'll talk about it a little later in the show. Justin?
Alrighty, Dakota, thank you. Our top story, a City of Jamestown man was arrested in connection with a hit-and-run crash Wednesday afternoon at the corner of 6th and Main Streets. Now, Jamestown police say 20-year-old Jonathan Camacho Monge is charged with criminal possession of a weapon after police say they found a loaded .38 revolver in his vehicle. Police say he will also be charged with leaving the scene of a crash and multiple traffic violations after allegedly striking a silver sedan in the intersection. Officer used traffic cameras to track down him to a house on Hedges Street. When police arrived, they say the man was taking off his license plates. Police say there was also fresh damage to his vehicle. Camacho Monge was taken to Jamestown City Jail pending arraignment in the case. And a City of Jamestown man is facing several charges after Jamestown police say he attempted to flee and fought with officers who were trying to arrest him on an outstanding warrant Thursday evening at the UCAN City Mission. Police report that 34-year-old George Garay faces many charges. Officers say they were assisting New York State Parole in the arrest of him when he attempted to flee the building. Police say Garay was apprehended a short time later and taken into custody after allegedly attempting to fight with them. He was taken to Jamestown City Jail pending arraignment in that case as well. Well, the drug epidemic and lack of viable workforce here in the city of Jamestown took center stage last night at the WNY Center for the Arts. A total of 12 candidates running for various positions with the council discussed their ideas during a nearly 2-hour forum. WRFA's Public Affairs Director Jason Sample asked the first group of at-large city council hopefuls, Kimberly Eklund, Tamu Graham Reinhardt, Raven Mason Thompson, Gregory Rabb, Jeffrey Russell, and Taylor Scott what they thought the biggest challenge facing the city of Jamestown is and what they could do as a member of the city council to work to fix it. Candidate Jeff Russell says the drug epidemic will be his top priority if elected.
We have a massive drug problem in our city, and it's not really seen by some. This drug problem is affecting, candidates have talked about the workforce, getting technology here, manufacturing here. I've reached out to some CEOs around here and employers, and their common complaint is they can't get people to pass a urinalysis test. I recently talked to someone that was looking to hire in upwards of 68 people, and they drug tested 68 people, and only 18 of those people passed the drug test.
Now, candidate Raven Mason Thompson agreed with Russell, while current city Councilwoman Kimberly Eklund said the declining tax base is at the top of her list. Former City Council President Gregory Rabb says the biggest challenge he sees in the city is its financial situation. Now, Sample also sat down with the ward candidates for City Council. The forum was streamed live on WNY News Now's 24/7 streaming network Facebook page and on WRFA 107.9 FM. You can watch the forum and read our recap right now at WNYNewsNow.com. Well, early voting is scheduled to get underway across the state this weekend, the first time ever in New York State history. Here in Chautauqua County, voters can cast their ballot early at the Board of Elections office in Mayville, the Chautauqua County Fairgrounds 4-H building in Dunkirk, or at the Chautauqua Mall in Lakewood. New York State Lieutenant Governor Kathy Hochul says early voting opens the window for everyone to make their voices heard.
You can go on a weekend, you can go after hours, and so you have 10 days literally before the next election to make your voice heard. And these elections are critically important for state senate, elections for mayor if you live in Dunkirk or Jamestown, your city officials, your town. I mean, I was a local official for 14 years. So many important decisions are made at the local level that affect your lives, and everyone needs to participate.
Now, voters can cast their ballots as early as Saturday, October 26th, then Sunday, October 27th from noon until 5. They can also vote Monday, October 28th, and Tuesday, October 29th from noon until 8. Wednesday, October 30th, Thursday, October 31st, and Friday, November 1st from 10 a.m. to 6 p.m., and finally Saturday, November 2nd, and Sunday, November 3rd from noon until 5. Now, election officials say those who cast a ballot during the early voting period will be ineligible to cast a ballot on Election Day. For more information, you can visit votechautauqua.com. In Cattaraugus County, residents can vote at 2 early voting sites. That's the Cattaraugus County Board of Elections in Little Valley and the Jamestown Community College Olean campus. More details for Cattaraugus County residents are available on their Board of Elections website. We have a link to that right now at WNYNewsNow.com. Well, happy Friday to everybody. Thanks so much for joining us here on WNY News Now. Let's take a look at the comments. Saying hello to Scott. Great to see you on the broadcast. Renee, hopefully you are having a great afternoon as well. David, good afternoon to you. He says, a gloomy day today. Hopefully everyone has a great weekend. I love the emojis, David. If we think hard enough, the sun will come, right? So they say. Sue, good to see you. Deborah, Pam, Alberta, Joseph, Kaylee is here, Kathy, and Joanna. Happy Friday to you. Coming up, how New York is trying to help those with HIV. But first, why officials say a boil water order for parts of Bust-I are likely to continue into the weekend. Dakota.
And it is indeed Friday, but there's not a whole lot of sun to go around. 57 was the high yesterday, 42 was the low this morning, and some big changes are on the way for next week. We'll tell you what we know as WNY News Now rolls on in just a minute.
Live and on demand, you're watching WNY News Now.
I've walked my talk. I've brought officials to meet the community. It should be a government by the people, for the people. I've stood alone to represent the citizens of the city for transparency, accountability, and fiscal responsibility. My values haven't changed. I stand for you. Vote November 5th. Liuzzo for mayor.
With coverage that matters, this is WNY News Now.
I'm George Borello. As a business owner, I've experienced firsthand just how tough it is to grow your own business in New York State. That's one of the reasons why I'm running for state senate. We need to do more to help new and existing businesses develop and grow, not just survive. To help make that possible, one of the first bills I plan on sponsoring in the state senate is the first employee tax credit. As both a business owner and a county executive who met with over 100 businesses in my first 100 days in office, I've seen that the costs associated with hiring your first full-time employee can be insurmountable. This tax credit will help business owners expand without a significant hike in operating costs, and it will help create more good-paying job opportunities for our residents. To help New Yorkers succeed in our economy, we need smart plans like the first employee tax credit. As your next state senator, that will always be my top priority.
Paid for by Borello for Senate. Hi, my name's Dave Wolfong, and I'm running for mayor of the city of Jamestown. I'm down here on River Street. That there's plenty of space and plenty of opportunity in the city of Jamestown for business. We need to have shovel-ready sites that bring industry to the city of Jamestown so we can have good-paying jobs, clean up our neighborhoods, and make the city of Jamestown proud again. I think it's time that we just like we used to. Good-paying jobs to the city of Jamestown. And in my administration, this first is going to be the first step toward the success of the city of Jamestown. My name's Dave Wolfong. I'm running for mayor. Please vote for me for 5th.
Well, happening now, a boil water order for parts of the town of Busti will likely remain in effect through the weekend. Jamestown Board of Public Utilities Communication Coordinator Rebecca Robbins tells WNY News Now a water main break at the Shady Side water pump Thursday prompted the Chautauqua County Department of Health to issue a boil water order. Robbins says crews repaired the break late last night. Now, areas under the order include Hunt Road towards Busti between Big Tree Road and Southwestern Drive and Orchard Road off of Southwestern Drive. Robbins says the Homestead Active Senior Living by Heritage Ministries is also under that boil water order. Now, BPU crews will be testing the water today and tomorrow, sending samples to the county's health department. The order will likely be in effect until Sunday or Monday night. And they say water may be used by healthy individuals for showering, bathing, shaving, and washing, as long as care is taken not to swallow water and avoid shaving nicks. Boiled or bottled water should be used for drinking, making ice, brushing teeth, washing dishes, and food preparation until further notice. Boiling kills most bacteria and other organisms in the water. Well, a newly approved law will require New York to provide inmates with information on HIV prevention when they are discharged from prison. Governor Andrew Cuomo signed the legislation. The law says the state will give inmates information on how to go about getting free HIV testing when they are discharged. The law specifies that inmates should also be given contact information for HIV counseling and testing services providers. Now, in the city or county where they are intended to live upon release. Now, supporters of the bill say the information given to inmates could be life-saving. The state's Department of Corrections and Community Supervision says it's already substantially complies with the law, but it will make any updates before it goes into effect. Well, the CDC is reporting more than 100 new cases of vaping-related lung injuries across the nation. Thursday, the health agency says that 49 states, D.C., and the U.S. Virgin Islands are dealing with a total of 1,604 cases. That's 125 more cases reported than last year. The CDC reports 35 people died as a result of the illness. The most recent death was Thursday in the nation's capital. Now, according to health officials, all of the patients in this outbreak had a history of using e-cigarette products. Most of them also reported using products that contain THC, a primary component of marijuana. Now, those products are basically street drugs, and there's no way to know what makes them or what's really in them. Well, a new study predicts that wind could power the entire world. Research published today says offshore wind power could generate enough electricity for every home and business on Earth. The International Energy Agency says lower costs of offshore wind could totally eliminate the need for using fossil fuels. The report is the first time the Paris-based energy watchdog has conducted such a comprehensive study of offshore wind. It comes at a time when countries worldwide are trying to reduce carbon use and could help governments meet goals laid out in the 2015 Paris Climate Agreement. Now, according to the IEA, offshore wind accounts for just 0.3% of the global power supply. The agency forecasts that it could be the largest source of electricity in Europe by the year 2040. The report also says $1 trillion could be invested in the industry over the next 2 decades. Back here at home, Chautauqua County Executive George Borrello has been a vocal opponent to installing turbines on Lake Erie. In July, the executive raised concerns about a company proposing to put industrial wind turbines in the lake. Many people there citing health issues. Very interesting report from the government there and from the agency. A lot of people not a big fan of wind turbines. Certainly they have those turbines set up in Villanova now, and residents there tell WNY News Now that they've had adverse health effects because of that. So it'll be interesting to see. Certainly a lot of people are for wind, right? Clean energy, so they say. It'll be interesting. David, good to see you. He says, looks like an old Japanese movie. Not sure what you guys are in regards to. Wendy, great to see you. Happy Friday, albeit you're late. Shame, shame. Just kidding. Renee, she says she thought it was just her phone. Oh, the sound isn't matching up. Okay, so sometimes Facebook gets a little iffy. So we remind you, if Facebook is being strange, you can always watch our broadcast live on WNY News Now's mobile app. Just click Watch Live, and I promise it works. Coming up next, Chief Forecaster Dakota Hunter. He's standing by with a live look at our weekend weather forecast. And later on, our Norm Rodriguez, he has a look at some local sports happening this weekend. Stay with us. Pronto Mart, not your average corner store. Located on the corner of Forest and New in Jamestown, Pronto Mart has everything you've been looking for. An amazing selection of hot foods, a large variety of premier headgear, and smoking accessories with fit and style. Pronto Mart, not your average corner store. Stop in and visit us today.
With coverage that matters, this is WNY News Now.
EagleZip.com is your local one-stop shop for all of your home and business computer needs. Located on Fluvanna Avenue Extension, just outside of Jamestown, EagleZip.com sells and services all brands of desktops and laptops, as well as servers and network equipment for your business. All new computer sales include transferring your data from your old computer plus a 2-year warranty. Call EagleZip.com today.
Stop by EagleZip.com today and let us make computers easy for you.
You're watching WNY News Now, where coverage comes first.
Hi, my name's Dave Wolfong, and I'm running for mayor for the city of Jamestown. NACO Trucking, the trucks that are behind me, this business is leaving the city of Jamestown and going to the Mason Industrial Park. When the current administration at City Hall was told that they were moving, their response was, we didn't know that they were leaving the city of Jamestown. NACO Trucking went to the Chautauqua County Industrial Agency, went and got financing. They got plans for a new building. We've got to stop businesses from leaving the city of Jamestown. That needs to be our first priority. We don't have shovel-ready sites for this individual to move his business to. That's why people are moving out of the city of Jamestown. In my administration, we're going to be business first, and we're going to know what's going on in the city of Jamestown. Once again, my name's Dave Wolfong, and I'm running for mayor, city of Jamestown. Please vote for me November 5th.
First Defense Weather, the Southern Tier's only live and local weather source. Now, here's Chief Forecaster Dakota Hunter.
All right, welcome back. Let's get right into it. As I promised you, we have a very tricky situation on our hands as we head into Halloween next Thursday. There are two scenarios with this that are likely going to play out. Neither one of these are guaranteed, but this is what we have right now. This is situation number one. A cold trough comes in, which equates out to cooler air and possibly some snowflakes for Halloween. The option number two is the option that we're kind of going with at this moment. There's going to be a low pressure area passing to our northwest across the Great Lakes. What's going to happen is if this if this idea verifies, we'll have a warm front pushing through the area, so it'll be a milder day, but there will be more rain showers coming in as the low passes to our northwest. Neither one of these are guaranteed, but we'll see what happens, and you'll see on the 7-day kind of what we're going with at this moment. But all of this could change as we head throughout the weekend and especially early next week. News Now, Cam. Again, the clouds really socked in downtown, and this is going to be the story pretty much throughout the day. 47 on the mercury at noon hour, got a south wind to 7, and the air pressure still above 30 inches. High pressure is still kind of in control right now, but that will be moving on out as we get the next system to come our way tomorrow night and going into Sunday. Friday Night Lights game of the week. It's Jamestown versus Frontier. It is playoffs time already. Can you believe that? So for the playoff game tonight at Strider Field, 47 down to 46. There'll be more clouds around, and again, there may be a spot shower, especially early when the game first starts, but I think by the time the game wraps up by the fourth quarter, it should be mainly dry with basically more clouds around. Here's a settling radar composite across the northeast. There's that little band of lake effect that you've seen that kind of moved inland, but basically the clouds are streaming in today as we have that high pressure that built in from the north. This is the next system that's coming our way Sunday. This is a front that's lumbering. It's not really moving very much, but this is going to take a track close to the area, and this is why there's going to be more rain Saturday night going into Sunday. We'll show it to you here on Feature Scan. You see the model picks up on the idea of maybe a few little spotty showers, especially through the afternoon. That winds down tonight. Tomorrow will be mainly dry. It'll be a usable day, but there will be the chance for a few spotty showers. Here comes Sunday. You can see the influx of the moisture moving in, and this will be Saturday night going into Sunday. We'll see more widespread rain, especially early on Sunday, and then it turns partly sunny for the afternoon hours. So weather where you are here, temperatures lower 50s, inland areas, more clouds than sun, but there is a possibility of maybe a cloud break or two, especially later in the afternoon before sunset. Here it is, Lake Erie shoreline, most areas mid to upper 50s, and these temperatures are kind of below average for most of the area. So next 7 days of your life, the first 3 here. So Saturday 55, Sunday 60. Sunday is also the Bills game, basically in Orchard Park. So if you're going to that, again, maybe a spot shower, especially early, and then the game should be mainly dry as we go through halftime in the fourth quarter there at the Bill Stadium in Orchard Park. And now, again, on Thursday, I put stay tuned. Again, this could all change. So by Monday, Thursday's forecast could look entirely different based on what we have right now. Sports is next. Don't go away.
Hi, my name's Dave Wilfong, and I'm running for mayor of the city of Jamestown. I'd like to talk to you about the drug epidemic in the city of Jamestown. I want to make the streets of Jamestown safe for our citizens and our children. I do believe that individuals should be able to get treatment in the city of Jamestown if they want it. I do believe in transitional bedding, but I also believe in law enforcement, and I hope the law enforcement officials will make the city of Jamestown safe and take drug dealers off the street. My name is Dave Wilfong. I'm for mayor, city of Jamestown. Please vote for me November 5th.
You're watching WNY News Now, your source for breaking news. WNY Sports Now is powered by Phone Zone of Jamestown. With the largest inventory around, we buy and sell our own merchandise at a price that can't be beat. Have a broken screen? We'll fix it. Learn more at phonezoneshop.com.
Rejoice, sports fans, it is Friday. Welcome back to WNY News Now. I'm Norm Rodriguez with a look at sports. Tomorrow morning with a 9 o'clock start, the Jamestown Jackals basketball team will be hosting another open tryout session. Taking place in Jamestown, the team tryout will go until noon. The pre-registration fee to partake is $211, and last-minute registration is $232. Participants who join will get the possibility to receive an invitation to Jackals training camp, which will be in January. More information can be found on the Jamestown Jackals team website. Tonight with a 7:30 puck drop, the Jamestown Rebels will hit the road for a 2-game series versus the New Jersey Titans. Jamestown is currently all alone and dead last in the East Division with 8 points. On the opposite end, New Jersey is in first in the East Division with 20 points, 2 points ahead of the Wilkes-Barre Scranton Knights. Tomorrow's game will have a 7 o'clock puck drop. With a 1 o'clock kickoff on Sunday, the 5-1 Buffalo Bills will be hosting the 3-4 Philadelphia Eagles. Buffalo is coming off of a 31-21 win over the Miami Dolphins in their last game, with the Bills winning their last 2. Meanwhile, Philly is on a 2-game losing skid, suffering a 37-10 loss against the Dallas Cowboys in their last game. In a near deadlock, according to ESPN's Power Football Index, Philly has nearly a 53% chance to win at New Era Field this Sunday. The game will be televised on Fox. That's it for sports today. Justin, Dakota, back to you.
Alrighty, Norm. Thank you very much. Well, the popular video app TikTok is facing backlash here in the United States. Why? Well, lawmakers from both sides of the aisle say TikTok might be posing a national security risk. They're calling on intelligence agencies and regulators to take a closer look at the company's ties to China. Senator Chuck Schumer and Tim Cotton say these apps might be used to spy on Americans. The Beijing-based TikTok is one of the few Chinese-owned social media apps to gain popularity here in the U.S. Now, it was downloaded 177 million times last quarter, second only to the WhatsApp worldwide. Interesting, Dakota. Have you used TikTok yourself?
I have a TikTok. I just got it recently, but I have no ungodly idea what I'm supposed to do with it.
Well, I think you make videos, right? And it morphs you, whether you're singing a song or whatever.
Okay,
in some sort of cool design.
Okay, so it's basically sort of like Vine reincarnated.
Yeah, it is like Vine.
Okay.
Yeah.
I never had a Vine either. But
I remember Vine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
By the time I got around to get a Vine, they went, bankrupt, I think.
Right.
Or no, it did Twitter buy them, I think. Didn't Twitter buy Vine?
I think Twitter did, and then they also bought, or did Twitter buy Periscope?
They own them too, Periscope.
So they just own all of it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just the tweeter.
Now, I'm a personal fan of the tweeter, but
Yeah.
I mean,
Well, hey, it'll be interesting to see kind of where they go with this. I don't know. I mean, anytime you put anything on social media, even this broadcast, computers are watching us right now.
Right.
And
I mean, I guess this is the big. I guess this could also bring up the fact about, copyright issues because, there's a huge thing on the internet talking about who owns what on the internet. I mean, if you upload something, it could be copyrighted.
Right.
And it's a very hard
If you think
here.
about it, to explain it to people, WNYNewsNow.com and our mobile app, not to bore you with too much copyright law, but I happen to know a little bit of it, is filed as our copyright with the Patent Office, right? We own the website. We rent the server that hosts the website.
Right.
We own the mobile app. We rent the servers that host the mobile app. And the Facebook, on the other hand, though, we don't own all the Facebook. Sure, we own the links and the content we post on there.
Right.
And we would argue that this video is our property being shared on Facebook, but at the end of the day,
when you upload it to Facebook, does your copyright rights go away?
Right, that's the question.
That's the big thing in the internet, and then that's been a big thing since the dawn of the internet in the 90s.
Right.
Speaking of the 90s, let's take a look at the weather, but no 90s here. But again, just to recap, 2 scenarios for Halloween. This is scenario 1 with a trough coming in, cooler air, and maybe a few snowflakes on Halloween. Scenario 2 with a system moving to our northwest, influx of warmer air, but it will be raining. So no matter which way you look at it, I don't think it's going to be a great day weather-wise, but the big debate is, will we see a snowflake or will it be mostly rain? And again, what you see on that 7-day for Thursday, please keep in mind that is subject to change. So by the time you see us on Monday, the forecast for Thursday could be entirely different.
All right, they'll have to check back for it. And by the way, that's a nice picture behind your 7-day.
Yes.
I wonder who took that.
I wonder. Somebody, I found it in our media bin on our servers, so I
can
found
tell
it in
you,
there. And
it was me. It's a pretty good picture.
It is. That's why I put it back there.
I was headed to the mall. I think it was last summer. Beautiful sunsets as always. Good to see that there's still viewers here after we talked about copyright, because that's the snooziest thing ever.
Yeah.
Hello to Wendy, Lori, David. Thanks for sticking with us. Thanks for being here. We appreciate it. I hope you guys have a wonderful weekend. We'll leave you with this, a look over Chautauqua Lake. News continues 24/7 at WNYNewsNow.com. Dakota, Norm, and I are back Monday. We'll see you then.